Hi there. Today I am talking about Module 2 of Ramit Sethi's Dream Job course. Um, Module 2, we got straight into it, and it was all about finding your dream job, or should I say, naming your dream job. I really liked Module 2 because it straight away got me thinking about um, my mental, I wouldn't say roadblocks per se, but just kind of my thought process and my mental kind of um, background loop that goes on when I'm thinking about jobs, when I'm looking at job postings. So in Module Two's task, we were looking for 3 potential job titles just by searching online. I use LinkedIn and Glassdoor a bit. The method that Ramit talked about in the video didn't quite work for me. I think LinkedIn has changed their job directory setup a little bit. So I wasn't able to sort jobs by experience level. All I could do was search by title and location. I really liked the idea of not searching by my location. However, I think just because of how LinkedIn works, jobs that they were throwing at me were in London and Cheltenham, so it was kind of filtering that out for me. Another thing that was annoying was that jobs weren't in alphabetical order. So literally the first one just in search by all jobs was truck driver. And then I think the next one was like dancer. I don't know what kind of algorithm LinkedIn has working on me that thinks I could be a truck driver or a dancer, but that was interesting. Anyways, the first job title that I researched was sort of a learning and development or a training manager. That one was easy for me because it is what I identified from my last position that I wanted to do more of. The sort of most insightful thing that happened to me while I was looking at job postings with those roles was I caught myself going through my sort of typical thought process when I'm looking at job postings, and that is for each bullet that it says, I'm thinking, can I do that or can't I do that? And I think usually what happens is when I come up against enough, I can't do that, I'll just close that posting. Or if it's can, then I think I'll apply for that job. I tried to change my thought process to not can I do this? Do I want to do this? So I caught myself many times and tried to, read each bullet and say, do I want to do this? Is this something I enjoy? And maybe secondly, can I do this, or is this something I have done in the past? For things that I would normally say I can't do that, or I've never done that, I tried to change my thought process to, do I want to learn how to do this? And that was really powerful for me because it sort of put me more in the role of my own agent, my own driver. I'm not just looking for what I can get or the best thing that I think I, am going to be able to fit into. I'm looking more for something that I want, and I don't want to be able to say I can do all of these things. I want there to be a certain percentage of things that say, I don't know how to do that yet, but it's something that I want to learn how to do in my new role. So that was really pretty powerful for me in Module 2. I would say identifying the next 2 job roles was pretty difficult for me. Which was also a surprise because the job role 1 that I kind of knew instantly to look for, I wouldn't say that was my dream job per se. It's something that I think I have latched onto because I can enter it in a probably not an entry level kind of way. And I just feel like I'm at a point where I don't want to start at the bottom anymore. But so when I was looking for a second and third job title, I was looking more at things where I don't necessarily have experience or I don't have really relevant or recent experience. So the ones that I came up with for 2 and 3 were a buyer, which is something I've done in the past and could potentially be interested in the future. And the third one was a strategy manager or strategy associate. I think that was actually interesting because I found out that it's not something I'm necessarily qualified for, but it's something that interests me. So that kind of led me down this research of what is a strategy manager, what would I need to make myself eligible for those kinds of roles. During that kind of thought process, I was really thinking about myself and my job as a kind of people person versus like a data analyst person. I think I consider myself not a people person, but I actually, I'm not necessarily just a data person. I'm really looking for something where I can find that balance. On days where I was totally overwhelmed and just felt crazy at Axiom, of which there were many, I wanted to shut the door and never have to talk to people. But I don't think that that is ultimately the kind of job, I don't want to be in front of a computer all day. I don't want to be just insulated and working on stuff myself. I need to interact with people. I just need to be in an environment where I have the right support so that my working with people isn't just putting out fires. It's actually working with people on stuff that we're interested in and getting stuff done in kind of reasonable project timelines instead of like, oh, guess what? You should have had that done yesterday or last week. Anyways, it's quite a long post, but I am planning to kind of share this with my family now that I've talked about this course with them. So I'm using it more as a video blog, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.